Hello, everyone, and welcome. As future leaders from the Europe Hotel School, you're stepping into an incredibly dynamic industry. But there's one thing that, no matter what, can make or break your hotel's budget, and that's labor costs. So today, we're going to talk about how AI is completely changing the game here. We're going to focus on how it helps control what I like to call one of the biggest silent profit killers in any hotel. Ready? Let's get into it. All right, so first up, let's talk about something that can quietly, almost secretly, drain a hotel's financial health. I'm talking about overtime. It's easy to think of it as just the cost of doing business, right? A normal part of running a hotel. But trust me, its true cost is almost always bigger than you think. Yeah, there's a good reason we call it the silent killer of profitability. Think about it. A few extra hours here for one employee, an extended shift there for another. On their own, they seem so small, right? Almost insignificant. But what happens when you multiply that? Across every single department, month after month after month, all of a sudden, the cost of paying time and a half isn't so small anymore. It can secretly bleed thousands and thousands of dollars right from your bottom line. So the big question is, why does this happen so easily, so often? You might think it's because of some big, unexpected crisis, but it's usually not. The real root cause is actually much, much simpler. Your managers are basically flying blind. They're making decisions without the one thing they need most, real-time information. I mean, just try to put yourself in a manager's shoes for a second. The way it used to work, and honestly the way it still works in a lot of places, is that the first time you even see a problem is at the end of the month. That's when the payroll reports finally come out, and you look at it and go, wait, a housekeeper picked up how many extra shifts? But by then, it is way, way too late to do anything about it. The money's already spent. See, the core issue isn't just that end-of-month surprise. It's the total lack of visibility while it's actually happening. Okay, so to solve this massive visibility problem, the leading hotels are now turning to some really powerful AI tools. And one of the biggest names in this space is a platform called Hotel Effectiveness. It's built specifically to give managers that exact financial oversight they've been missing for so long. And here's the key difference. Instead of being a reactive tool that just tells you what happened last month, this technology acts like a proactive watchdog. It literally plugs right into the hotel's time clock system and monitors labor hours in real time as they're happening. And that gives managers the power to stop overtime, you guessed it, before it even has a chance to start. So how does this actually work on the ground day to day? Let's break down how this whole thing empowers a manager to take immediate action that saves real money. Well, the whole system is built around these really simple but powerful rules called thresholds. For example, you can set it up so that the instant any employee hits, say, 35 hours for the week, bam, the AI automatically shoots a mobile alert straight to their manager's phone. Think of it like an early warning shot. So the AI is always there in the background, constantly checking clocked hours against the schedule. The second that 35-hour threshold gets crossed, that manager gets the alert. Now, here's the magic. Instead of being surprised a month later, they can make an adjustment right now. They can look and see, okay, I can reassign that person's last shift to a part-timer who still has hours available. And just like that, boom, the premium cost of overtime is completely avoided. It never even happened. But, stopping a single person from hitting overtime, that's just the beginning. That's the tactical stuff. The real power of an AI like this is in how it helps management spot the deeper patterns, the things that let you make truly strategic decisions. So while the department manager is handling those day-to-day alerts, the AI is also collecting all of that data and looking for the bigger picture. It starts to answer much bigger questions. For instance, the system might flag a really weird trend. It might ask, hey, why is the laundry department, without fail, hitting overtime every single Tuesday? Suddenly, the data forces you to dig deeper and find the real root cause. Is it an inefficient linen delivery schedule that always creates a huge backlog on Tuesdays? Maybe you just need to hire one more part-time person for that specific day. See, the AI gives you the insights to stop just putting out fires all the time, and instead you can start re-engineering your entire operation for the better. And ultimately, this is about so much more than just a piece of software. It's about fundamentally changing your management culture. What it really does is create a culture of accountability. How? By completely removing that element of surprise from payroll. A manager can't just shrug and say they didn't know. Now they're totally empowered with the real-time data they need to truly own their department's labor costs. And really, that brings us to the final, most important thought. As you all prepare to become the next generation of leaders in this amazing industry, the big question for you isn't if you're going to use data. That's a given. The real question is how. How are you going to leverage technology like this to do more than just control costs? How will you use it to build smarter, more efficient, and, at the end of the day, more profitable hotels? That right there is the challenge and the opportunity for all of you.